Hello, welcome to Ideka African Folktale. Today we're going to be doing an interesting video. I'm going to be teaching you very interesting and important talk. It is about Moringa. Yes, your popular Moringa. You'll be hearing about Moringa, but what you're going to hear this very time is going to blow your mind. We are going to teach us how to use Moringa tea. I mean Moringa leaves tea to cure hypertension, high blood pressure, insomnia, and ulcer indigestion. Click the like button and follow us. Please make sure you comment, share this video to others. Follow me. I want to show you how Moringa leaf tree looks like. For those who do not know what it looks like, follow me. I'm going to take you for a 2 minutes walk around the tree. There we are going to do the plucking together. We'll pluck the leaf. I'm going to show you how to pluck the leaf from the tree. Then I'm still going to show you another look-alike tree, Moringa look-alike tree. Some people mistake it as Moringa, and they have actually used it. Yes, I know somebody who I saw, and the person was arguing, is this not Moringa leaf? No, in this video I'm going to make everything bare, so you're going to know which is Moringa leaf and which is not Moringa leaf. Are you seeing it? This is your Moringa leaf. Are you seeing how the tree look like? This is the tree trunk. Are you seeing it? This is the leaf. Are you seeing it? The moment you come closer this tree, Moringa leaf has a very special smell. It has a heavy smell. You know, it's not just ordinary vegetable. It has a unique heavy smell. So you know it by its smell. And if you come closer to another, okay, look at this. Are you seeing this very tree? It looks like Moringa, but it is not Moringa leaf. For those who do not know, this is not a Moringa tree. This is just a flower that's just looking like Moringa. Are you getting it now? Because some people mistake this tree as Moringa. This is not a Moringa. This is just a flower tree. Look at the tree trunk. You know, so this is a flower and this is not a Moringa. So this is a Moringa. Do you now see the difference? The difference between Moringa leaf and this flower. So next time, do not go get wrong leaf in the name of Moringa. I hope I've been clarified for those asking me, showing me the wrong leaves and say, is this Moringa leaf? This is a flower, like I said. This is not a Moringa leaf. You know it this way. You know it, you know, the way it's proud is different from Moringa, and even the size of the leaf. Moringa leaf is little bit is bigger in size, you know, and in smell. Moringa leaf has a kind of a special smell, special scent, you know. But this one, the flower, when you come closer to it, it's odorless. And another thing, you know, Moringa leaf from, Moringa produces a kind of nut, but this flower is mekuna bean. Like mekuna bean in Igbo language, it's called opaka. This is just like opaka. Are you seeing it on the ground now? I think on the ground. So this is not a Moringa leaf. Take note. See what it produces. You get the seed it produces. So this is not a Moringa. Take note. I am back. I took you where I went to harvest, or should I say pluck the Moringa leaf. So I am back here, right here now. I'm going to teach you how to prepare it. Remember the motive of this video. We talked about Moringa leaf tea. That is Moringa leaf tea made from Moringa, and managing and curing high blood pressure, indigestion from ulcer, from stomach ulcer, and insomnia. Insomnia is sleepless nights or sleeplessness, whatever. Some people say they cannot sleep without the help of pills. With this moringa tea, you can sleep peacefully. Are you seeing it? This is a fresh moringa leaves. It does not mean that you cannot use dry one. In fact, I'm going to show you the dry ones. So to start with, what is indigestion? Ulcer indigestion. That is inability to keep the food down. Once in a while, whether I'm just defining it according to experience or symptom. I'm not defining it scientifically, or I'm not following any method. I'm just explaining in a layman's language what an indigestion is. The moment you finish eating your food and you feel they are hanging on your chest, on your throat, they're not going down, you feel to hiccup, you feel to belch, but you're not able to belch. Sometimes you feel that the food is being regurgitated, like as if you want to throw up. And I have met someone, a lady, that told me that she cannot eat the moment it's 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. I say, why? He said the moment she eats and she goes to bed at night, that the food must come through her, out of her nose, or she must, I said that is abnormal. And this is what I want to explain. Indigestion. You eat your food and it does not go down. With moringa leaf tea, what I'm going to teach you how to make it and drink it. That it happened to me. I suffered from it, and my husband too had the same issue. One of my children, even we had the same issue. I kept recommending it. Somebody who used it recommended it, and I saw that it worked. That is why I'm sharing it. So another one is insomnia. I didn't know it takes care of insomnia until I start drinking it. I noticed the moment I drank the moringa tea, the moment I drank it, right there, all my nerves will begin to calm down. I'll be feeling sleepy. The night I drink it, I will sleep more than I used to sleep. And if I drink it in the morning, I must take a nap. So it takes care of, it calms the nerve and makes you to sleep like a baby anytime. So this one is short. The insomnia. The other one is high blood pressure. High blood pressure, for those who are having very high blood pressure, it is recommended. Taking moringa tea is also recommended, but I want to advise you, stick to your routine drugs. Keep to your blood pressure routine drug. Blood pressure is not what to be played with. So even if you are drinking it, still keep drinking your routine drugs. What it may happen to you, you may end up taking a very reduce dose, or you may end up, you take your routine drug once in 2 days, once in a week, just like you don't want to drop it. Okay, are you seeing this? This is a dry moringa leaf, dry one. Not only dry one, I have tried to grind it. I grounded it. How did I preserve it? I sprayed it under the fan, on the floor, or on the tiles, or you can spray the mat. You can keep, like this one is like this very one now. You can leave it on the mat and allow the fan, or even if you don't have a fan, make sure that the place is well ventilated. So I left this one for 2 days. On the ground, and I grounded it. Somebody will be saying, did you say grinded? Yes, I grinded it, but I didn't let it to turn into powder because I intend using it for my tea. You get it? I intend using it for my tea. Each time the fresh one is out of my reach, I will use the grounded one. Are you listening? So I did not just grind this one. It has been in my freezer. What did I say? I did not say refrigerator. I say freezer, so that it keep as I'm feeling it is very, very cold, so that it will not get moisted and rotted. So you should be ready to preserve it. The only time you can leave it on like this after grinding it or after preserving it is during harmattan, when you are sure that it will get dry 247. So like this one, like I said, I can still use one to prepare tea. This one is even I think I now prefer this dry one to the freshly plucked leaf. Like this very one, the way I'm doing it, I'll just pick a handful. Did you see? This is not just the quantity you are seeing now. This very quantity I am holding now is even bigger than all these ones, the freshly ones, because they have not dried. Once they dry and get under the grinding machine, you see it getting smaller like this one. I hope you get what I have just explained. So like what I have been explaining before introducing the dry moringa leaves, I am here to teach you how to use moringa leaf tea to treat or cure high blood pressure, insomnia, sleepless nights, and indigestion, more indigestion. You know, I got to know about, there are many things moringa can do. You know, people, many of you must have heard about moringa. They call this miracle tree. Miracle tree, this is what they call it, and the botanical name, I think, is Moringa oroifera. I think I'm correct. In Igbo language, they call it Mbiu Noba. Yes, they call it Mbiu Noba. They coined that name because the tree is mostly found in the yam barn. So it's used to stock the yam. That is why they call it in Igbo the landlord of the barn, of the yam barn, Mbiu Noba. And so there are so many things moringa can do for us. First of all, as you are drinking it for your insomnia, for your indigestion, you are sure you are building your immune system. That's number one. And you're also building your blood. You know, it's good for, it's a vitamin. You know, this is a vegetable. It's vitamin, a very good vegetable at that. You get me? And it contains anti-cancer. You should go and study it. It contains an antioxidant, and you know what that does. So there are so many things. Once you go and run a research, there are more than 30 or 40 things moringa, even the moringa seed, can do for you. It's also used for weight loss. You know, those who are going for weight loss journey or flat tummy, they use the moringa leaf and seed are being recommended. But I'm not there. I'm not. That is not what I'm here. I am here to teach you what I have experimented, what I have been recommended, and I tried it. And since then, me and my family, my household has been using it. I found out this miracle healing leaves, and I experimented it, and the moment I found out there is really a miracle using these leaves, I say I must share it. I must not keep this information to myself. And you watching this, if you have benefited from this, or you try this, or you have tried it, please can you share this video, tell people about it, share it to your friend. Now, how to make moringa tea. That's no big, it is no big deal. Are you looking at me? If you want to use the dry one, for just 2 cups of tea, take this handful of moringa, the dry one, inside the pot. You see my pot, inside the pot, you see it inside this pot. Then you see the quantity of water. You pour this, so this is 75 cl of water. You pour this water. I have observed from practice that when you pour this kind of water to make your tea, by the time the tea is done, you get the water you get get to this level. I don't know the cost. In as much as I boil it for 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, I still discover that the water gets disappear, and I get my tea will just get to this level. So you make sure the quantity I show you, this handful I show you, make sure you pour the quantity as big as this. All right, okay. I don't want to use my dry moringa because I don't want to use it. I want to use the fresh one. That is why I went to pluck it. I don't want to use it. I want to drink it because I'm making the one me and my family will drink. I want to make from the fresh leaf. The way it is now. You are going to pluck it like the way you're plucking your vegetable, just like this. You leave it inside the pot like this, like this. You see it? You see what I'm doing? You put in the pot like this. So let me. You can see now I am done plucking the leaf. I don't prepare it with the stem. Look at the stem on the ground, but look at the leaves in the pot. I have removed the leaves. So I'm going to now pour water. You see the first can of water. You see what happened. Okay, we are going to go and wash it. You use a clean water. Do not put it salt. Just clean water. Wash it very, very clean. Are you hearing me? Wash it very, very clean. So after you finish washing it, you pour the water. You see, I finished one can of water. I know I'm going to pour the both can, like 75 cl plus 75 cl is 1.5. So it's 1.5 liter of water. This is what I pour here. It's going to be a surprise that by the time we are done boiling it, this water will not, I doubt we will get, we're going to the fire. When I come back, I'm going to answer some questions people may be asking us, like how many hours, like how many minutes do we cook it? When do we take it? How many times should we drink it in a day? How and when? Is there any drug we should or we should not? So when I come back, when the tea is done, I'm gonna answer all of this. As you can see now, it has started boiling. Yes, it has started boiling. You will allow it to boil. It will not boil too much, but the more it boils, the more it brings out the Lipton-like color. You get it? So I'll still allow it to boil. It has been boiling for the past 6 minutes. I'll still allow it to boil for like 2 minutes more. I'll bring it down. Just like boiling your cooking the veggie. There is no special way about it. So I'm just letting it to boil more. Are you seeing it? It has a very special smell. Very, very, very special smell. Okay, I am satisfied now. I'm going to bring the fire. I'm going to put the fire off, and I will allow it to cool before pouring them into the glass cup. I will allow the tea to cool. I will allow the tea in the pot to cool before I pour it inside a glass cup, which I'm going to use. I hope you get what I mean. I said I am not going to pour the tea as it is hot. I'm going to allow it to cool before pouring it inside a glass cup or inside any cup. Whether you are using glass cup or any type of cup, you're going to allow it to cool inside the pot. Frequently asked questions on how to use moringa leaf tea to cure high blood pressure, insomnia, and ulcer and the indigestion resulting from ulcer. Number one, people ask, how many times in a day should I take moringa leaf tea? The best answer is take it once in a day. Just once in a day. The answer is once in a day. And how many times in a week should I drink moringa leaf tea? The best answer is drink it 2 times in a week, 3 times in a week, once in a day. The next one is, what is the best time to drink moringa leaf tea? The best answer is at night. At night, because at bedtime, because if you drink it while you are in the office, you're going to sleep. You're going to sleep off. If you drink it while driving, you are going to doze off. It calms the nerve. So make sure you drink it when you are done in the night and you are ready to go to bed, or you want to have, or maybe you are at home, you have nothing to do, so you can drink it in the morning. That you are sure that when you feel asleep, you can sleep comfortably. I know I have made sense. Another question is, how do I drink moringa leaf tea? It is very important. Make sure you have eaten food. Eat good food. In the morning, make sure you eat. When I say food, I do not say tea. Eat good food. Eat food. Eat very well before you drink it, because moringa leaf tea on its own is a digestant. So make sure there is something in your stomach for it to digest. Do not eat it with an empty stomach, unless you are on a weight loss journey. Even at that, make sure you put something in your stomach before you take moringa leaf tea. The last question, is there any drug I should take or do I? No. Moringa leaf is just a natural vegetable. Just have it in mind that the way you eat vegetable, you are taking moringa leaf tea, just a vegetable. Whether you are on any drug, whether you are on any medication, it is even a boost. If you are on ulcer medication, I do not say you should not take it. But what I'm saying is, when you start drinking moringa leaf tea, you are going to get better and better. It will accelerate your healing and your digestion will be perfect. I hope you enjoyed this video. If this video has helped you, please, why not share it, recommend it, click like for us. Thank you. We love you.